Hello everybody. How are we all doing? I'm Loomis and it is Minecraft Monday. The others should be joining us soon, or at least Norellen should be. In the meantime, I'm just spying out some space for my next project. Expanding out here past the fields. I thought we'd finished clearing this wall, but I think actually this is new wall for the expanded fields. So I guess that makes sense why it's a mess. Even though I've walked past here like dozens of times, I've never noticed that it needed doing. Where's my bed? Problems for later. Do I even want that there? Probably not. Hey, kitty. Well, I mostly just want to be able to see what I'm working with here. I'm going to clear out and landscape a lot of this if I'm going to put it here, but I think this is otherwise a good spot for it. Okay. I'm going to have to clear all these trees. Can always replant them once I'm done. Well, maybe not that one, that's a bit further over. Oh, there was leaves under that. Embarrassing. Right up to the wall, that's gonna have to go, really. To at least make a gap there. I really regret bringing all of my building stuff out here before preparing the site. Let's make a chest. So I don't have to keep going back and forth. I don't have a work table with me, do I? Whoops. What am I doing? Making terrible mistakes is what I'm doing. Okay. Pop all this stuff in there for now. Save some time. Clear the wood here as well now they think about it. The leaves. Is that as fast as here? Is it swords? Well, I've got tons of enchantments on things. I guess I don't need to worry as much about them breaking. Still a wood in this one. Quite a bit of it by the looks of it. Got my shovel equipped. No wonder I'm not building very fast. Building? Cutting? Axing? Axing very fast. Hard to axe with a shovel. Looks like the leaves are starting to decay. I think we must have got it all. Down we go. I hadn't thought about the fact that I put down some logs there. It would have been embarrassing if that was stopping it from disintegrating. But yeah, looks like we got it all. the sticks you could need. I guess I could trade them to the Fletcher. I don't know if there's really a thing we can do with saplings. Not sure how big an area I'm going to need for this. Maybe I will clear this one out. Is that what I see? Yeah, I think we got all of them. It's getting dark. Let me slap my bed down. Well, things just falling from the heavens. Maybe I want to build a couple of parts to the new building. Maybe in traditional fashion, you have one building and add more. Excuse me? Windows is being annoying today. It keeps tabbing me out of things. I'm gonna have to look at that later. Got a pop-up saying there's a problem with Windows Media Player. I mean, it's playing just now. Sounds okay to me. You're gonna have to be more specific if you want me to care. With me, didn't I? Setting this as the floor level, but then I'm probably going to end up going a level down for the flooring in. I guess this at least lets me know what I'm working with. Maybe we do have stairs going up. Picturing it in my head now. Sure do hear a lot of zombie. Must be from a cave or something. The sunlight would surely be getting them if they were out in the open. One more along this way, I think. There should be more than enough room for the entrance hall. Main lab room, I guess. There's going to be a main lab room and then some workshops and a greenhouse somewhere along the way. Spread out. A nice flat patch to work with. Here maybe? Just those two, like to one side? Yeah, I think that works. Well... Okay. I'd be filling in more than taking it out, but hey, got more dirt to work with. Can use that around the nether temple. Okay, I think what do I want to fill this in with? Thinking smooth stone for this bit.
So is it any wonder that the ghouls should flee their graves from the ghouls in their coffin, gnawing tasty their remains, groaning round the Yuchi, mumbling, grumbling at the cold, and the howling wind that would chill the marrow in their bones. Meanwhile, wrestling with their backs against their bright, dirty beloveds, the kids who think they're vampires nick their butts from other birds. Within caged on their torsos, they await for Satan's call.
Feels weird nowadays to be in a village that doesn't have these walls. How are you supposed to feel safe? Apples. This is the good stuff. Came back in for... Oh yeah, I want... Thinking a large amount of stone. I want stone or smooth? Nah, it's regular stone, I think. This is like for the foundations. I hope that's going to be more than enough stone, because that is a lot of stone. I always seem to end up needing a lot more than I use, so you know, we'll see. Needing a lot more than I used? Well, more than I brought. You go through it surprisingly fast. Back just in time for bed. I slept in my house while I was there, but no. Oh well. Sleeping alone and isolated in the woods never hurt anybody. Okay. I might end up changing this front layer actually. We'll see. Oops. And that's called back. I shouldn't have picked hacking stone. Every time you want to move a piece, it turns back to cobblestone. It's annoying. Well. I should have brought a Silk Touch pickaxe, but I don't think we have any of those just lying around, actually. That would involve faffing about with the enchanting table. Probably not worth the investment. Turning a single block of stone back into cobblestone is not a disaster. It's just intensely aggravating. I'm glad I brought the extra stone. This is, yeah, it's getting through it. You know what, I'm going to start doing a spiral pattern, because I think it will slightly conserve my sanity. spiral mark.
Man stands by a deep dark pool and drinking, takes another nip from his old hip flask.
Probably quicker to just jump in there, I feel like, isn't it?
Where are my friends? Where is my wife? Where are my dreams? Where is my life? Where are the years of fat and famine? Gather them in and begin again.
It's faster if you don't mind having bits go everywhere. I do, so, you know. Ah. Change this once the basics are up, but this is a start.
Stars they live and die, and I am no more, no less blessed by the light that loves the life it finds and binds it to the march of time. I'm holding my breath and closing my eyes and diving.
Greenhouse area here. And labs at the back, probably use some of this existing space. Like, I'll see how it looks as I start to get through it, but I think... should I put in the doors first? I probably should. Get my get some ladders out while I'm at it. Is this going to tap me out every 5 minutes? One way to force me to pay attention, I guess. Not the ideal timing. Give it a minute and see what it does. What kind of doors do we want? Do we have any pre-made? Feeling the birch doors, actually. And while I'm here, I'm going to see if I can make some polished granite steps. It feels really weird that this is so much bigger now. Don't think we'll need that many, so that should be more than enough. I wanted ladders as well, didn't I? Got a lot of ladders. Well, the this polished granite is going to give the dignified vibe I'm looking for. No! At least it doesn't turn back into regular granite. Otherwise I'd probably be bringing a stone cutting table with me. I mean, I should maybe have done that anyway. There's probably a few spares in the storehouse. Constantly going back and forth on what I actually need here. But I'm gonna have a layer above these, so... we need some materials to lay down here just for the entrance. How long before I give up? Maybe I could just put a fence here, I guess. I don't think... Enemies can open doors, but not fences, I believe. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to put it there. I mean, I guess because it's nakedy. Opposite the entrance, but it's also right behind my work table. Well, let's just... Let's move this over here. If I can? I guess the cat's occupying that space somehow? That's regular fence, not the gate that I need. Be nice if you could work with me, Brain. Okay, this will do the job for now. See what we've got in storage. So I'm eventually going to need way more white wool than we have ever had and ever will have, which is going to be an issue. But a little bit will do for now. I already forgot that I made myself a gate to get back there quicker. This is almost 30 seconds walk. I should get an railgun to make me a railway. I mean, it's about time that he did something around here, you know? Yeah, looks right. Not these, no, actually.
Hello.
Oh, that's not. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, I was having door-related issues as you just came in. I had two doors side by side, and I discovered that they both open towards the middle rather than the outsides.
That feels less than ideal.
Yeah. I think I've got it sorted now.
Ah,
Sorry for greeting your arrival with such a disappointed. Oh.
I mean, it's not unknown. I'm doing a go live tweet, which I forgot to do a moment ago.
I've stopped doing those myself.
Is that because you quit Twitter in a rage because they wouldn't let you spread anti-vaccine propaganda?
That is almost exactly true.
To a given value of all of those words.
Yeah.
Let's fix this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
When you tweet, vaccine works great, and Twitter flags your tweet for spreading false information.
Yeah, wait. What?
Oh, something to realize what side Twitter's on.
There are no on side.
Yeah. Twitter's on its own side. That's all there is to it.
Legit though, doesn't it? Which I was spoofing that by quoting Treebeard. That feels like the sort of thing they would be.
Yeah.
This side. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm alright, How are you?
Good. Hey, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Doing better if my cat wouldn't teleport in front of me whilst I'm laying bricks.
They do that.
Yeah.
Cat's doing cat stuff, alright.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Like, if cats could do IRL as well, they would.
Yeah. What do you mean if? You do.
So that great meme about cats and COVID. Well, they can't spread coronavirus, but could if given the option.
Yeah.
Or would if given the option. This I believe. corrected that, so that which means I need to rest with these windows, and probably I'll tweak the floor a little bit as well. And then we can move some of these tools around to adjust to the new space. And then I've got some more tweaking to do. I mean, not tweaking as in the sense of, you know, being, you know, withdrawing from substance abuse. I mean, things that I will change.
Yeah.
Just do it. And just move it over one. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Oops, lanterns, that's what that is. Turns out there's lanterns on that part of the floor. Whose cat is in here, by the way?
Badgers.
I'm just kind of used to it just sitting there.
That is what they do.
Can't aim.
This is gonna need to be one wider, I think.
Oh, where are you, by the way, I should ask?
I am near the farms.
Okay, cool. In case I get up to any mischief. No idea.
Yeah. Near the farms, but on the other side of the high hay.
Ah, yeah, sure. Need a bit of glass, of which we have a great multitude. Excellent. Is that right? That seems right, but it also seems wrong. Well, let me investigate. And I've got more plans afoot. For an idea that may or may not work.
It got late suddenly.
It did. No, I don't quite work. It doesn't not work, but also it doesn't work.
Factory's an imposing sight over the high hay.
Illumus of fail says ZZZ. Neuralon says ZZZ.
It's this palace of industry. Padre buys nether wart. If we could grow it, we could sell it to him.
Mm. I may be working on some long-term plans in that direction.
Interesting. I am intrigued. I know I'll get a good view. It still looks lopsided. No, I've tidied that up a bit.
What are you working on today?
Finishing tidying up those details from on the factory that I was working on last week. And then I've got another scheme regarding the factory that might work, or might not at all work, you know, only in my head.
Classic Llewellyn scheme.
Exactly. Well, that's why that works. Because 3 sets of.
Does it work though? That's the real question.
In a way, yes. In another, more accurate way, no. What we'd have to do is move that up one and then put them in there, maybe. Aye. Oh! That's the thing we can do. Down as well. Did it all the same. Fool. I didn't pick it up. Oh, what is that? Made of pink granite. Is that just because I always say it's useless and we shouldn't have it?
A little bit. Like nobody else is using this stuff. But I feel like maybe it suited the theme, the kind of look I was going for. I'm not sure if it does or not actually, now that I've started to put it together, but you know. You're looking at the you're looking at the future site of the Chasm B Scientific Labs, which will include a large greenhouse for the growing of nether products.
Oh, very nice. We've got his own scientific institute.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
I had a plan, a long-term plan, and therefore something I'll get around to eventually, maybe. For a certain structure up in Stars on Sea.
Yeah.
That would be like, you obviously know I was going to build a museum. It was originally just going to be the Museum of the Starfighter, but then it was probably going to end up being something slightly more involved, as these things tend to go.
Yeah.
Basically, like a museum of all of our works. Then I was reading. Sorry.
Maritime Museum.
Yeah, there's always one in any seaside place you go to will have a maritime museum.
Heck, I think visiting Badger. I think I've seen 3 different maritime museums visiting Badger.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's their thing, okay?
Yeah.
Stuff to do with the sea is what they do.
I think there's the Sea Life Museum, the Maritime Museum, and I think the third one wasn't actually maritime at all. It was what was the third museum? Oh, there's the Winter Gardens they have there.
Oh yeah,
big collection of plants from around the world. But I've seen 3 museums up there, and 2 of those 3 were naval.
Whoop. This is my life now. So I need.
Actually, I think I've been to a maritime museum, and I think there are 2 maritime museums. I think one is for like trade and stuff, and the other one like focuses on the oil rigs and.
Oh, of course, because they've got all them up there, haven't they?
Yeah, the oil rig one's got very modern stuff, lots of big scientific displays and fancy boats, a miniature oil rig and stuff. Whereas the more trade-based one has lots of replicas of wooden sailing ships and the like.
For me, I feel like that'd be the more interesting one, but
yeah,
your mileage may vary.
Yeah, I think for me it was the better of the two, but both were good.
Yeah, so it's still interesting in their own ways.
And
I
the
think.
and the Winter Gardens are well worth a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
There's some winter gardens in the city near us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, great big things.
Oh, didn't know about that. Maybe we should.
Next time, when all the pandemic is over,
Yeah, I was about to say.
then we can do that.
Next time the outdoors are habitable, we should have a group trip. That'd be cool.
Yeah. There's I mean they may well not be as fancy because obviously the area doesn't have the same money that
Yeah.
perhaps is available in areas with oil. But yeah, because I mean at one time it was a relatively prosperous city, so I mean it was never prosperous, but like, relatively
Yeah.
a lot of industrial stuff going on there. It is. Ah, pig, I've not told him well. Not ideal, but left to do.
Lately, I've been thinking that it might be nice to go outside again, like once. You know, maybe see my friends in person before going back to like Discord all the time, which is a clear sign that the quarantine is really getting to me.
Yeah, it sounds like you're suffering.
Yeah, it's stir crazy here.
It's been weird for me when we just go into work.
Yeah.
It's like I know intellectually that everything's different and stuff, but a lot of the time it don't feel like it. I'm still going to work. I'm still, so I'm out the house all the time.
Yeah. I'm keeping things running while the rest of us are gone.
True. So, but yeah, there's some winter gardens. So what? We could go and you guys could go through it, and I'll go around the outside.
Ah, yeah. Haven't really thought about that. Like, do greenhouses count as indoors to you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh.
There's some botanical gardens as well.
Huh.
My Texan friend was like, let's go on a winter picnic. So we went on a winter picnic to botanical gardens. Yeah, we sat outside because I was persuading them that we should stay outside and not go in the greenhouse. Because, I didn't want to go in where the plants were.
Yeah.
And it were piggin' freezing. Absolutely freezing. Because, of course, she'd not expected it to be quite as cold as it was.
Yeah.
Because habitually, although obviously right now is a huge exception, but habitually Texas is not cold in winter.
Yeah.
I mean, they call it cold, but it's, light jacket weather some days, and the rest of it is still shirt sleeve weather.
Yeah.
But obviously they're having a terrible time at the minute. Terrible. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I haven't been following the news as much lately with personal stuff going on, but I've a little bit.
Yeah, just Texas is frozen over. Functionally. It's not literally frozen over, but it's really, really cold.
Yeah.
And there's a cat pushing me out the road. And yeah, they can't deal with that. They don't have the infrastructure for it. They don't have the things set up. To deal with cold weather.
Yeah.
Which would be bad enough. But also, the power stations failed in the cold weather.
I hadn't heard about that part.
Yeah, I think is this something like 88 gigawatts worth of power.
Lumissive fail says ZZZ. Neuralon says ZZZ.
Because obviously coal and gas-fired power stations rely on water
Hmm.
Because the steam. That's what a coal-fired power station is.
Yeah.
Which is something we don't really think about. Like you just imagine it burns coal for fuel, right? That's how that works. But yeah, it's this giant steam engine.
Yeah.
Which does raise the question of why are we still using that?
A surprisingly large amount of our power sources are functionally steam engines.
Nuclear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we sort of see it as this like 19th century technology and just absolutely depend on it. Talk to the cartographers. See what happens. Well, Fredbit we know. The new cartographers, I believe.
Yeah, we've got a new fella. I need a lot of leveling up though. In fact, we've got some sugar canes ready, so I'll take him some paper.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I've got at least one new one.
I'll have a tootle around and see what I see. But yeah, a lot of the power stations went offline because of the cold.
Right.
So yeah, it's cold weather, and it's like seriously cold, not Texan cold. So it's seriously cold weather with no power.
Yeah.
Terrible situation then.
Yeah. I'd heard a few people talking about power outages, but I thought those were like snow on lines that weren't designed for it. I didn't realize that the power plants were out.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, at least some of them. And yeah, really rum job for them.
Yeah.
Because someone pointed out that for all like the northerners, as it were, northern states people who are kind of going like, oh, you call that cold? Like, yeah, but we've got full power with that.
Yeah.
Like, and we're ready for it in general. Which is true.
Our houses are built for it, etc.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the exact reverse of the arguments we normally make about how summers are too warm.
Yeah. And I mean, ironically, would be the sort of people who are now lamenting the cold. Obviously, would be the sort of people who'd be like, huh, "Why don't you just have air conditioning?" Idiots.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it didn't make it any better for him. But yeah, and of course, the governor of Texas has very rightly blamed the Green New Deal for it. And he's like, if only we had coal and gas-fired power stations instead of windmills, we'd be all right.
But surely the windmills are pretty much working as normal.
Well, I mean, you could point out that the wind farms are actually producing higher levels than predicted, higher amounts of energy than were predicted for this time of year. Probably because of all the strong winds and such.
Yeah.
I mean, one might point that. If you're a communist,
Yeah.
or hated freedom. And also, of course, you could point out that the Green New Deal hasn't actually been enacted yet.
Yeah.
It's a thing on paper.
That this is another example of extreme weather indicative of the climate crisis which the Green Deal is trying to resolve.
Yes. And you could also point out that even the Green New Deal itself has not been enacted, but there's been moves towards it in various states or similar approaches, and Texas is not one of them. Very staunchly Republican, and they're big on coal and oil.
Yeah.
So you could point out that it, in fact, is nothing to do with the Green New Deal and everything to do with, traditional existing systems. And it's perhaps, one might argue, further evidence that these things need to be reformed. But not according to Greg Abbott, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Reform sounds like socialism to me.
Exactly.
Which is, Rather than abolishing it and starting anew, that's how like communism, but
That's exactly
still
right.
is a bit too far. Have you seen the new cartographer around, by the way?
I've not, no.
Uh,
I had a quick look around for him, but I couldn't find him.
okay.
Let's see.
He's probably stuck down a well or something.
I'll have a look in there. Because, I mean, he might go upstairs. Because there's a cartography table up here, isn't there?
Yeah, I thought his workstation was the one in here, but I don't see him just now.
I'll have a look underneath in case he's gone wandering.
Yeah.
Because it is still possible to get underneath, even despite me lowering the floor. Tyson actually went to some effort to get down here, didn't he? Hey, Bungie. Hey, hope everything's going fine and have a good night. Thank you. It is going well. Thank you. I hope it is for you as well. Thank you for dropping by as always. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Bungie.
I hope you have a good night too. So now it's a natural cave entrance, but it really tunneled down underneath. Then it goes some way before you get into those mines.
Yeah.
But no, he's not stuck down there. Are there any other holes that he might have fallen in? But yeah, I mean, like, obviously I've been to Texas. I know you've been to similar parts of the US.
Yeah.
By which I mean hot, deserty places.
Yeah.
Nevada, you've been to, haven't you? Nevada.
Yeah. Death
Nevada
Valley.
interests me because in it just a big desert.
Pretty much.
There's if you're in the Discord, you'll see me using those Ice Toki emotes, and Ice Toki lives in Vegas. I don't think she's from Nevada though. I think she's from somewhere else. I don't know where.
Yeah.
Certainly lived and has lived for some time in Vegas.
I don't understand why somebody would move to Vegas.
That is a good question. Why did they build Vegas there? Excuse me.
Why did they build Vegas at all?
True. I think it's because there's the big Fallout fans.
That makes sense.
Everyone's always on about Fallout New Vegas, aren't they? And they're like, oh, let's capitalize on this. We'll build a town and call it like Las Vegas. So it sounds like instead of calling it Old Vegas, which would probably be a bit obvious, call it Las Vegas instead. It sounds a bit like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
People are, I bet this is based on New Vegas. I appreciate you guys streaming too. Thanks for doing what you do. Oh, thank you, Bungie. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Bungie.
Very kind, thank you. I started building this and I have zero idea how big it needs to be. I'll just build it as a frame for now. And then I can mess around with it later if needs be. Oh wait, no, I have a broad idea how big it needs to be.
There's just this one guy watching you.
It's good to have a cup of tea in his hand, right?
Yeah.
I won't do it like that. Oh, yeah.
Cowboy's done this.
That as well.
Yeah.
That is really fun to do that. I see why people do it.
Hey, have you not seen the apprentice cartographer now? Not today?
Sound like you're someone in a detective drama and they're asking all the questions.
Yeah.
So, the agricultural railway is going to be out of action momentarily for a little bit.
That is outrageous and unacceptable.
We have a complaints process if you feel that your journey has been unnecessarily delayed by these engineering works. When we worked in our missions, the fellow I used to work with, we got on well, but you want keen on work.
Mm.
But we got on well. Sorry?
Who is?
Well, indeed. And we used to refer to our suggestion box. I'll put it in the suggestion box.
Illumus of fail says ZZZ.
Which was, of course, the bin.
Yeah, complaints we had a running joke with the post team where we'd tell them that our inbox has changed and gesture towards the shredder.
Where's the lie? Deep enough. Good. That's dangerous. This is fine.
See where it's alive. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget the time that our manager came in and explained to us that our complaints department had won several awards. We'd always provided a gold star service, but she felt that in terms of budget requirements, we should aim for more of a bronze quality service.
No, really?
that is absolutely a thing she said. She 100% came in and said that we should be aiming for a bronze tier service.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding that we won awards and for a while were considered the best complaints department in our area, but the budget, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to be too good, do you? Oh, that's incredible. Like, I don't know what your manager's actually like, but that's proper, actually, kind of managerial stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a moment. What are you yelling at, Tilly Cat? Wow. Wow. Yeah. You want to come in? You gotta make up your mind. Leave my desk. I don't sit next to the door anymore. This is extra effort, Tilly. No, she just wanted to yell at me and then go in a different direction.
Sure.
As one does.
There's an old video I saw. It was some clip from BBC or whatever in early 60s, I think. So the interview was very much like that.
Yeah.
Of course. And they're talking to someone. It's basically a dispute between the local council and the GPO, General Post Office, who also used to be in charge of all that telecommunications stuff in the UK. And the bloke from the local council's trying to hide a local accent.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of trying to talk fairly correctly, but it's obvious that that's not how he actually talks. But then they spoke to the man from the GPO. It was very like that, very like that. And he said, well, it's simply a matter that we must be economical. That's the most important thing. They're spending the taxpayers' money, you see, so it's very important that we be economical. I was like, surely the best thing, the most important thing is providing a good service.
Yeah.
Like one might imagine. The important thing,
Hmm.
but that perhaps the obsession with being economical is the reason why our nationalised industries were nowhere near as good as they can be, or could have been, compared to, say, France and Germany, who had very excellent ones.
Yeah.
For example, British Rail's slogan was "We're getting there," as a reference to the fact that they often struggled and that they were constantly trying to improve things. Whereas, Deutsche Bahn is one of the best rail systems in the world, and SNCF have the fastest passenger trains in the world.
Hmm.
So, there's
I
something
like
that
the,
maybe you could do with.
I like these decorative arches you've added, by the way. Really add something to the building.
Yes, that's what they are, and they're not going to be filled in when I've worked out what I'm doing. So, how do I even do this? Oh, I know what I do. Oops. Do this. And of that nature. Needs to clear that though, doesn't it? It's probably going to be there. Do it this way on. I'm a genius. What have I done with them to? Do it this way on Lewis instead. How obvious!
Of course.
Around. You fool, why didn't you just do it this way?
I don't know why you didn't think of it sooner.
Oh, cool.
Has some approves.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about trains recently.
Probably removed it recently from that sentence.
And I always feel a little bit, not guilty, but a little bit guilty. That when I think about cool train stuff, I often think about the pre-British Rail days.
Yeah.
Like LMS, LNER, all them, the big four. Doing no. I mean, not Southern, but the others.
Yeah.
I don't know. Southern just don't interest me that much. Don't know why. It's not just because they are, in fact, Southern. It's not just.
Yeah. Not just.
Not just that.
No.
Although obviously they are Southern.
And that is a thing you have to consider.
Well, indeed. But I feel like as someone with my political leanings, I should be more into the nationalised industries. I should be more into British Rail.
Yeah.
Than I am. That's something that troubles me. I don't know if this is going to work. Not gonna work. Also, I've done this wrong already.
Yeah.
Oh, have I? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I've not done anything permanent, but nonetheless. It needs to be one closer. This needs to be one wider. It's gonna have to be one wider. Which means I've got to change all this that I've just done.
Measure twice, cut once.
Exactly! I didn't, did I? I know I'm gonna have to make it one longer. I'd wear that much out. It's gonna be less neat than it otherwise could have been. I don't know if you ever browse model railway websites / catalogs, whatever.
Not typically.
But they have very little for the pre-BR era.
Yeah.
Very little. And I used to think that's what I suppose it's because, say for example, you really like LNER Class A4s, you know, like Mallard, that holds the record for fastest steam engine ever.
Yeah.
That's the LNER, so that'd be based in more or less the eastern half of England and Scotland.
Mm.
But you also like GWR Castle classes, which were based in, in their day, in the west, obviously the western side of England and also Wales. So if you wanted a layout with both of them, you wouldn't really be able to do it, unless it were the days of BR when stuff got posted all over the country. That's why I think they favour BR, because you can have wherever trains you want, more or less.
Mm.
Depending on how strict, of course, your interpretations are.
I mean, that's fine if you're, recreating existing locations, but what if you're creating, a hypothetical? Planning your
See that?
perfect railway.
That's what I'd do, I think.
Mm.
I just found that interesting, because some people love to recreate like a specific town, city, whatever, don't
Marlon
they?
says ZZZ.
But I don't just make my own. Like, what if they built it like this?
This display represents the hypothetical rail layout of Gondor in the 5th Age.
If Gondor had built trains, this is what I think they would have done with them. Joked about it. It is the one Tolkien question I don't know. What did Tolkien think about trains? Like, we assume he didn't like them
Yeah.
because industry, but I don't know that. So I've been watching an interview with him from 1964, as I told you off stream, and this bloke says, "Would you like to be remembered for Lord of the Rings?" I don't suppose one gets a bit choice in that, do you? Well, indeed, but would you like to be remembered for Lord of the Rings? Or your other philological works? Well, it'd be nice to remember for those, I suppose, but I think it's going to be the Lord of the Rings, isn't it? That's what I'm more interested in. I made a mistake. This is going to work, man. So it needs to come in just above there and then go up again. It needs to sit there. Unless
I like that Tolkien in this interview is responding to literally everything with a tone of, what a silly question.
there's so much in there where he's kind of like, you can almost hear the what? And then occasionally he kind of gets into it a bit more. He's trying to, most times it's just like, what? You do. Oh, is it good when you get where he's just he's talking about how the Lord of the Rings came to be published, and he's like, well, I couldn't afford anyone to type it up, so I did it myself, and got someone else to do it. And I must say, there's a lot of errors got in, grammatical errors too, which is rather embarrassing for a professor of English. Well, I didn't notice any of them if there were. I used strode as the past participle of stride. Yes, quite. He's the way he like proper cracks up at himself. You strode as the past participle of stride. And I'm watching it like, haha, yes, what a classic blunder.
Classic
Tolkien.
Tolkien.
Follow those classic blunders.
Really, for real? You coming in this time? I have to walk an entire meter to open the door now, Tilly.
Ah, maybe I solved this. Tolkien said that the tale grew in the telling. This structure is
Yeah.
Oh, it'll just be a brief little thing, not even an issue. That was a lie.
Tale grew in the telling. For each page I wrote, 3 more appeared in the book.
I've heard it, I have no idea how I this. Rather troubling movie sometime now. What does one do about that sort of thing, I suppose?
Still, much of it was quite good stuff.
Well, it makes one wonder if there's sort of a diabolus involved in some way, but can't really worry about these things too much, can you? You can only do what you can do, as they say. Come in here.
You have to respect the process, I suppose.
Hey, Lady Meow.
Yeah, hey Lady Meow. Be a nice problem to have. I mean, yeah, I can see that. Depends what kind of things are appearing, I suppose. my first draft, didn't intend to include Mordor at all. Indeed, there was no location, but as I described the Shire, yeah, book described this wasted land around a fiery mountain, and perhaps it felt some balance was necessary.
Well, I complain about that sort of thing. Depends how it does, and there's really all there is to it.
You want to go straight back out, do you, Tilly? Well, you're at least saying hello to the audience first, if you're making me open and shut the door this much. Oh, look your nose in there.
Silly.
Can you give us a meow?
Speak to us. Speak the Salic law to us. That's something else.
She'll bump against the microphone, I think that's all we're getting. She's not a noisy cat.
I mean, coons in general, or is it a Tilly thing?
I think in general.
All business.
Yeah. She mostly only meows when it's dinner time or if she needs the door opening.
Something she needs you for.
Yeah. Doesn't just meow for the sake of it.
When she kept like getting in your road and meowing at you, and it turned out your dinner on fire.
Yeah. Indeed, I think that happened. Yeah.
I think that was pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kept pawing at me and making a heck of a lot of noise, and didn't know what was up with her. And then remembered I put some food in the oven like a while back. And not fetched it. Yeah, she didn't like the smell of the burning food. Told me all about it as I went downstairs. Made some noise at the oven. Yeah. And they're kind of bred to be working cats, Maine Coons, so that's how they're so independent.
cool.
Yeah. Ship's cats originally.
What did I come in here for? Ah, yes.
Hello, cat. Yeah, she's a good kitty. She is the fire marshal.
Get one of them hats.
Yeah. The whole town knows you've been you're crumpets. Rip.
Two unmarked police cars and a normal police car.
Mm.
That's a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
A lot of goings on for Lady Meow. Lady Meow's gaff.
Yeah, setting off the smoke alarms. You gotta call it through, even if you know where the fire is.
Performs to notify switchboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, like if you can see the fire, not do the.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Was this at work, Lady Meow, or outside your house? Fire engines, two unmarked police cars, and a regular police car. That's a. So the crumpets are safe. That's what I needed to know.
That's the important part of the story.
Yeah. No, it's gonna have to be like that. At home, okay. One of your neighbors having interesting times.
Oh wow.
They got back in and they drove off. The wrong address? No one got any hoses out. Was everyone trapped somewhere? When I was little, I got a toy fast around my hand and we had to go to the fire station for them to cut it off.
Sorry. Should do that, but we can. I bet this won't deploy though. Ah, it does, but it destroys it. It can only go in one direction at a time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not technically a fire job, but they're the ones who have all the like cutting tools and stuff, so they get called out for that kind of thing.
Oh, I can do that. I'm gonna leave that even though it's ridiculous.
A lot of the time, the fire brigade are the ones that get called for cutting people out of car crashes and the like. Although, for a car crash, you probably want the fire brigade on standby anyway, just in case.
Yeah, that's true.
It's, you know, since they're there.
Gotta be a grim business, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oops. Did I just chuck, outside here?
Yeah, what's up?
I didn't just chuck a rail down there, did I? Never mind, I fell out.
I don't see a rail.
Ah, there it was. Thank you. Never mind, I just fell off the roof anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe me out, I don't know. Like, could be like somebody's stair lift gave way and the like a fireman had to cut them out of that or something.
Could be. You get that kind of, all the kind of weird stuff they have to do, don't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it could be if they. 'Cause it sounds like they didn't stick around too long. So I mean, it kind of been like the building partially collapsed because they'd be doing a lot more there. They wouldn't just be like, there you go. But we've fixed up this part of the stairs. You know, try not to go into any other collapsing parts of your building. You know, have other than that, have at it.
Yeah, and it's urgent enough that they came belting up with lights and sirens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's not just a cat stuck up a tree.
Yeah.
The cats really get stuck up trees.
Not really.
So they don't want to come down.
Yeah, they're normally quite happy up there.
I was thinking, like, I'm thinking if like cats do get stuck up trees, something's gone awry.
Yeah. Most of the time, they're more than capable of getting down from the tree on their own, although they will accept a lift if offered. He's not a tree cat, but I can't really think of a time till he's got herself stuck anywhere. Other than,
you wouldn't expect them to, would you? Sorry.
yeah. Other than stuff like following somebody into the bathroom without noticing and then getting closed in there when they leave.
Yeah. Cat got in our shed once at the house. I spent a lot of my childhood at. So my dad just like shut the door. And then it didn't want to be in shed anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Didn't try and get in again. Is the
Tilly! Oh, come here. She's attacking my clock.
dog.
you.
Oh, there's an iron golem in here.
Not everything that's moving immediately needs to be pounced on. Also, drawers isn't really. I guess maybe the screens were in the way before. So I've got a set of drawers under the clock now instead of my computer desk, but they're like the same height, so.
It wasn't just 5 minutes or so we could have a break. But then at some point, connected to that, I might need your help to get this iron golem out of here.
Okay.
Or before, I don't mind.
Like a
Wouldn't mind getting a lead.
situation. Need a leash with the golem. Get it down to half health for you.
So if we knock a hole in this wall here, does it start to get all right side red?
Yeah, I'll go get a lead. Oh. Neighbour's deaf, so she got stuck for a while. Ah, poor kitty.
Oh wait, it's coming out!
Oh?
If it comes out, I'll brick up the wall. There we go, got it, thank you.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I don't know whether the police arrived first, Lady Mayor, or if it was the unmarked ones, but it might have been like a wellness check. Like, this elderly person's not responding to not answering their phone, not responding to anything. They send somebody around to kick the door in and see if they're inside. And then the police find a second. Oh, okay. Police found that they were in the stuck in the chair. They might then send for the fire engine.
There's an old fella who we used to know, who were a friend of my grandma's. I've mentioned numerous anecdotes regarding. And we once got a phone call from, he had some home help type carer come to help him with whatever once a day when he were an old man.
Yeah.
And they rang us once through like the emergency contact. Said they couldn't get it. They were knocking on the door. They couldn't get in. He weren't responding.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll go, because I were at uni at the time. I was like, I'll go, because when my grandma having died, I didn't think my mum would want to go over there and maybe come across, a deceased old man.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll go. And my godfather just answered a call by, so he's like, they're not going on their own. I'll go with him. So he went with me and we went around and we got a key, of course. That's why they rang us.
Yeah.
And we went in. I remember just going in, like really like gingerly, because you didn't know you were gonna find.
Yeah.
And I did think we were gonna find him dead. Anywho, we were just fast on.
Melon says
We were just asleep in the chair or whatever. So we're just like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. I can't remember if we were just fast on or if we taking his hearing aid out. I can't remember, but yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. I don't know if you had to deal with it during day admissions, but one thing I had to do a lot as night admissions is I'd get a call from the police saying, this person's missing, that nobody's responding at their home. We need you to check if they're in the hospital before we put their door in.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do it myself, but in the office, they used to get a lot of them.
Yeah.
As in, like, my foot is a foot away from the lock. Should I kick?
Yeah.
It's pretty much how that goes.
Yep.
And now they're admitted. Or sometimes, no, they're not. We've not got them here. Have you tried other hospitals in the area?
Yeah.
Because of course, there can be an overlap, can't there? Because an ambulance will take you to the nearest one, even if it's not the one you habitually go to.
Yeah.
They may well have taken you somewhere else, especially if you were unconscious or something.
Mm.
Anyway, it's not as if you get to say, actually, I'd rather go here. If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dope, but I'd rather go to this one. It's got a nicer cat.
We definitely got some complaints along the lines of the ambulance took me to this rubbish hospital instead of the much better hospital that I requested. To which we'd normally reply, take it up with the ambulance company.
Yeah, yeah. I deal it with the ambulance service. They'll know about that. Is that just a way of passing them off? You see, that's ambulances. We don't deal with that.
Yeah.
Ambulances. I see. Yeah, we don't deal with that. Sorry. That's ambulance business when I like to interfere.
Yeah. Occasionally it'd be our ambulances, but then we'd be like, you know, where? They're our ambulances. Where are they gonna go?
Yeah. There's a bit in Our Mother where Barney assumes he can win some kind of race by faking a heart attack and then getting taken in an ambulance because even ambulances can get through New York traffic.
Yeah.
And then he finds out they're taking him to the nearest hospital, not the place he wants to go, and he's appalled.
What happened to the customer's always right.
Yeah, he pretty much says that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusted that they're not listening to him. Well, this is also the character who, when people go and visit him in his office, there's sometimes like North Korean generals in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is it you do? And he goes, come on. And never answers.
Hmm.
Well, there's a particular phrase he always uses. I can't remember if I got it exactly right there, but he always just fobs them off with the exact same expression.
Yeah.
Please! That's it! Please! Please. That's it, lady now. Because that turns out to be hugely significant. It transpires. He's telling them what he does in the form of an acronym. And always has to.
Political liaison.
I know that the SE is, or the ASE is, and sign everything.
Yeah.
He's a scapegoat for all the illegal shenanigans of the company. I loved that series until I didn't.
Hmm.
Ending was terrible, Terrible.
Yeah.
I've spoken about it at length.
You have. It's hard to get you to shut up about these shows you don't like. Anyway, have you ever watched anything you did enjoy?
Provide legal exculpation and sign everything. That's it. Well done.
Yeah. Professional fall guy.
Yeah. I know there's one point where his mate the lawyer comes to work for him, and Barney asks him to look over some things, and he gets the papers off Barney's desk and starts looking through them, which turns out he's not what he actually meant. And he's like, well, Barney, if this contract isn't executed properly, we will be at war with Portugal. Like the company will be at war with Portugal. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. That's not what I wanted you here for. believe he wants him to look over the Bro Code, which he claims is an ancient document, I think authored at the same time as the Constitution, and he swears blind that it is. Because everyone's like, you clearly wrote this yourself. But no, it was written at the time
Tilly.
by the founding fathers.
Till. Up here. Come on and get it. Come on. On camera. Come on, I need some views, Tilly. Nobody's watching. Nah, not doing it. I think she's biting it, but only when it's out of camera view.
I can see whiskers,
Yeah.
but not the rest of the cat.
Yeah, the clock is not ticking anymore.
Was it like you particularly favoured?
It had a pirate ship on it.
Ah, that one, no.
Yeah. What have we done to this?
Not got the hands stuck, is she?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'll tinker with it later.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, back to diligently examining my thoughts. Or as we say in the shepherding business, wool gathering. It's unbelievable what a difference mending and unbreaking makes on these shears.
I bet it does, yeah.
I'd have gone through 5 pairs by now with the amount of wool I've collected, and there's barely a scratch on them.
Really good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're here to entertain Tilly. Those are the rules. Right. Lay some of this wool down. Will I wait for the sheep to restock?
I believe it's called Grow.
Grow. No, we're going to keep the same number of sheep. It's just the wool that needs to come back. Well, at least aside from breaking my clock, she's found herself a cozy spot on the drawers.
Ah, nice.
Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Ah. I scratched the belly and now I must pay the ultimate price.
Ah, I made a huge mistake.
And ambulance is where I need to put down this block. Being attacked on all sides. I can't even escape into the digital realm anymore.
Cat things, IRL and Minecraft.
Made a noise. I don't know if that came up. If a mic picked that up.
I heard something. I'll just take a quick break there, 5 minutes or so. And then we're back for the last hour or so of the stream.
You can see these. I've now got scratches all down my hand. Business as usual.
Cats, man, I tell you.
Yeah. That's what they do. Amber lamps, come on! Every time.
See you soon, everybody. Back in 5.
Yeah, quick break. Be back soon. I'm back, everybody. Everyone should be joining us again shortly. Let's connect to the realm. And see where we were and what we were doing, because I've already completely forgotten. Hey, Amber lamps. It's the middle of the night, apparently. As always. I'm not sure if this is quite the effect that I was looking for now that I've actually got a room full of it. I remember quite early on thinking, looking at some white wall and thinking, I bet if you made a room out of this, it'd look like a really sterile lab environment. Maybe there's something we can do with it. I've kind of been sitting on it all this time. But I'm putting it together, I don't know. I mean, I could make like white terracotta or something for something really smooth and white. I don't know, would that be better? Might to be even harder to get. I think this works for my purposes. Really, amber lamps, really. Fine, fine. Look at that. One more piece to finish the walls. I hold you responsible, amber lamp. That's the spot where you were sitting. You're in charge of that spot, amber lamps. You had one job. One job. But also I need to like do the ceiling, so still need a lot more anyway. Wow.
Hello.
Hello. I am alive, by the way.
I'm now back.
Welcome back.
There you go. That's what I was doing. I instantly forget. Also me, Steve
I
was
was
putting
just saying literally that.
in. You get back in it, so it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What was I doing? Who am I? Where am
What game is this?
I? Mine? Something?
I'm making a science lab. It must be planet side too.
Does I like your title? Wait, wrong game.
Hasn't been quite as much science as I'd like in planet side 2 so far.
Yeah, to say with the science team.
Yeah.
Just a lot of killing, but not a lot of doing science. Like no experiments.
Yeah, not even any like shooting people with science guns and making a note of the results. No shooting anybody with a crossbow and saying how much did that hurt.
Anytime I think of that, I just think of that Fighter, how many hit points do you have? You can't ask him that. Alright? Fighter, on a scale of... Was it a scale of, is it 1 to 28? How do you feel?
Yeah. You see that a lot in the GTA roleplay stuff. When a doctor's patching up a patient, and they're just making sure the person's at full health before they send them out of the hospital. On a scale of 0 to completely green, how good do you feel? 75? Okay, I'm gonna put an ice pack on there.
Definitely some zombies very close to where I'm working on this railway.
The agricultural one? Because I was hearing a lot of noises at the development site for the labs. Couldn't get eyes on anything.
No, I can't see how. Oh yeah, we need way more of those. Oops. What about that?
Oh, I got my clock working again, but it seems to have stopped again. I'm not sure what she's done to it. I can't. There's no visible damage. You just pawed at it and it stopped moving.
I've encountered a problem.
Yeah.
They can't both ascend and turn.
Like not at the same time.
Not at the same time, no. Causes a complication. Not a huge one. Which means I have to relay all this stuff.
No, the ceiling's not high enough. Could have
Not a huge one.
Could have a high ceiling in a lab. Put structures in here, mechanisms. Like I might
Exactly.
Yeah, I might go two blocks higher actually. Get that high ceiling feeling.
Nice. You know, it's about how much we use steam power still. Do you think the Victorians would be pleased by that or disappointed? Would they be like, yeah, steam? Or would they be like, oh, you're still using steam? Like, kind of invented that years ago.
Yeah.
Where's your love of science?
I mean, by modern terminology, the Victorians mostly have used like wood and coal power, right? So we use nuclear power to drive the steam to drive the turbine.
Sure. Yeah, that I'm sure they'd be thrilled about. I think like coal-fired power stations.
Yeah.
Like electricity, I guess. It's just the wonder thing.
Yeah, all of our things use steam, but we don't call them steam engines. So if we're being consistent, we wouldn't use the we wouldn't call the Victorian stuff steam powered. terminology has evolved with the alongside the technology.
True.
Well,
That is.
yeah, it's quite.
Then what we need is to put this here. So. Then if we were to, yes, of course, yes. Indeed. That one can't climb, but this one can. That's the key there, you see.
Yeah.
That's it, yes. Yeah, this one can't climb. This one can.
Getting late.
There you go.
Proper bed for once before I go back out.
Sleep at work.
Fail says ZZZ. Neuralon says ZZZ.
I sleep at work like a salaryman.
Yeah. Beds at work to maximize working time.
That's so grim, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, this part of the agricultural railway looks like being roller coaster. No fun. I think that'll still do it. I'll need to place these two sections, of course. No fun allowed. Yeah, that should do it. I don't quite understand people who like spending time at work, you know.
No.
Like sometimes I do because I have to, not because I want to.
Yeah, very much so.
Work to live, not live to work. All that. May not be powerful enough. I'll have to see.
Must become still more powerful.
More power. Wow, that's super loud. I can hear that zombie.
The zombie is inside you.
It's, I'm in the cellar
Okay.
of the. Where is it? Of the factory. And it is super loud. Like it sounds like it's just the other side of this wall.
Yeah.
That, yeah, it really sounds right on top of you.
Coming from the mines, I guess.
That's it. Sounds like it's right here.
Someday we may have to venture
Oh,
down
there's a
there
zombie.
again. make... Oh.
Oh, they're right there.
Ah. You broken into the mines, or was it somewhere else?
I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's the top of the mines, I guess. But it's not in the mines, it's just the entrance.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't have thought there'd be anything there.
Yeah. Yeah, someday we'll have to get the full gear out and go make that area safe.
Yeah, it does need doing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Padre's troubled again.
He's staring off into the void.
I just hear the faint sounds of drink being poured.
That's floor. Ah!
So when you build your museum, will it be officially associated with the science labs?
I think so.
Maybe we need, well, maybe we need like a university institute to operate the science labs and the museum.
Interesting.
Mm.
I like that thinking. Ah, there's gonna be more than getting distracted about a maritime museum. Distracted. Where will the button go? Still be able to activate it. Can the button go there? I guess so, yeah. Still be sufficient space, perhaps. Anyway. Yeah, it was I didn't know until, but surprisingly recently, the British Library didn't have its own building.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was the reading room of the... Hello, sir. It was the kind of the library of the British Museum.
Huh.
Like it wasn't really a separate thing until pretty recently.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, didn't know that. So yeah, I was thinking I'd have to, for the museum, maybe it has a built-in reading room.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wool, I don't need that wool anymore. Coloured wool. Diorites here somewhere. Where would you put hoppers? Ah, we've already got apparently 17 of them, I didn't know. Some of the left over from Tyson's contraption.
Yeah. Yeah, there were like 30 of them in the chicken contraption.
Let's forget that and let me home. Remember that Tyson had a ton. So yeah, I need definitely to put a floor in here. Oops.
Yeah, usually a good idea to have a floor.
Got that far around. Oh yeah. I'll need some mods to tidy up this wall here, but... I like that. Yes, yes. That can wait. About other things I thought. Put a door on that as well. Also, there's possibly an enderman around. I said something like that. Sounded like an enderman. Don't know if it was or not. I wouldn't be surprised if there were an enderman, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yep, it's an enderman, it's pretty close by.
Investigating our activities, no doubt.
Caught its attention. Their attention. It sounds like it's super close. Such that I forgot.
The level of technology is escalating.
Yeah, but not see. Maybe it's downstairs. Look, not here. See, the dangerous thing about an enderman is you hear and immediately look to see it is upstairs in the factory. Like your instinct is to turn towards the source of the sound.
Yeah.
It's just not actually a good idea. When you're dealing with enderman.
Keep your eyes close to the ground.
To attract attention that you didn't want to attract. Sure, it's fine. Doing what it's doing. So tomorrow I shall make for myself some wooden swords and harvest the bamboo, seeing as we're out. And then that'll be a good way of putting the agricultural railway to the test.
See how well it handles a full load of bamboo.
That's it, and see if it reaches where it's supposed to reach.
Yeah.
Rubbish tools, anyway. Go. I suppose conveying all the information in the museum will be the difficult part.
Yeah. Limited sign space.
See, because there is something else we can do. You can write your own books, of course.
Ah.
So you have to have each one, I suppose. And you have to have each one on a separate lectern.
Ah, can you like set them on a lectern to be read off of it?
Yes, I believe.
Oh,
But I've never done it.
That would be good.
We'd have a few reading desks like that in the reading room of the library of the museum. As well as there's lots of bookshelves around the sides, and then there'd be some,
Yeah.
What's that? Pumpkins close to this edge, then no, no, that's fine. Yeah, there'd be all like loads and loads of shelves, and then there'd be the lectins for people to take a book out and read it, or put some books in there that you could read. So I don't know exactly how you. I know it can be done, but I don't know how you actually do it.
Yeah. So just a simple case of taking the book to the lectern and right-clicking.
Maybe. I think perhaps you need something to be able to write on it, though, like ink or something. Which we've got a certain amount of, haven't we, from
Yeah.
natural collection. I know the museum was going to contain a life-size replica of Tyson's marker.
Yeah.
I remember that much. There you.
Yay.
Yeah, and you think, oh no, my inventory's full.
Hmm.
And I've still got all this bamboo to harvest. Well, now I
Is this-
need worry no longer.
Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah! Are you ever trying to get juice from an orange and think, there must be an easier way? Let's fill out the Simpsons where Troy McClure's like crushing that orange on his head together. That's something that surely no one has ever done.
Doesn't it cut to Homer doing exactly that?
Yeah, it does, yeah. He's like, huh? Yeah. All this juice from merely a whole bag of oranges? There's like barely any in there.
Yeah.
Is I can't hear a thing! Yes, it's whisper quiet! Harvesting bamboo and realize that you've cut it all down, but you don't have the space in your inventory to carry it back, and you're worried you're gonna lose some of it to decline, natural decline.
Right, all the time, Doctor.
Well, for that new invention, brought to you by Vault Relays, you can deposit in a chest in perfect safety and have the railway convey it to its destination. Perfect safety.
Why, it's a scientific marvel.
Still filtering through. Need more time. Exactly. Taking all the effort out. Oops. Fell on the stairs.
Hey, Lady Meow. Are we going on the train again? I wasn't immediately planning to, since this is a goods engine, but... It's what Noellen has been working on.
Rude.
Hmm?
Is it full yet?
Nah, not yet.
That filters through really slowly, doesn't it?
Yeah. Need additional hoppers.
I guess it's not. Well, I guess it's filtering through as quickly as it can, which is not very.
Yeah.
So I suppose in normal runnings you'd load it up quickly and then you'd load it up earlier and then let it filter through while you do the rest of the field or something.
So you mean I was asking, would you care to say a few words about your device for the audience?
Well, have you ever found that you're harvesting bamboo and you run out of space? Well, worry no longer. Place it in this hopper, in this chest. It goes through into that hopper, loads the railway wagon itself without any intervention from you. And when everything's ready, you push the button, and it carries it through this network of proprietary tunnels and delivers it into the factory itself exactly where it's needed, where it offloads automatically into a chest awaiting your collection.
Why, this hopper speed is blinding. Is such a mechanism safe?
Perfectly safe. Loaded in an instant and not any danger to the public.
The things they can do these days, eh?
Here, Ambulance immediately sits on it because we're looking at it. Thank you, Lady Meow. How's the test? See if it's going to work once it's loaded.
Since it'll take a few moments to fill, I'll show the audience the tunnels. There's no need to deactivate the device from the rails whilst I do so.
Perfectly safe. Sure, if I
So-
just count to 10 or something, you'll be clear of the tunnels in the appropriate time.
See here the powered rails that send it along its way. Yeah. Height of modern technology, even uphill. See how steeply it climbs. Up beyond the storage floor. And right into the factory itself. Magnificent. And we'll make our way back and see if this bird will fly.
Well, time to press the button and send this thing on its way. Sure, it's perfectly safe.
Ah, I say I'm just in time. And away it goes!
Let's walk along the track at the opening of this new railway. I'm sure there's no harm that could come from that. Oh, it's coming back!
Ah!
Where did it fail? It fails on this stretch.
Still a
It's coming
few
back.
bugs. Still a few bugs to work out, eh?
There you go, just get it on the
Well,
ramp, on the ramp,
Well, they call it the technology of tomorrow for a reason, I suppose.
There we go. Then, excellent. Yes, so. You just... I fell in your cat.
I say.
Needs one more powered rail somewhere between these 2 points. Probably here. See, they've now built a handy door. Go straight through into the storeroom.
So it takes the bamboo up to the top floor, which is, fine because that's where the bamboo needs to go. What if you're filling it with other farm goods? Dare I dream of a future where there's a chest up there you can put it in and it filters straight down into the food or the farm goods boxes?
It's possible. That is entirely possible.
They are right at the top, although perhaps if we did want to do that, we'd make new farm boxes in the new section.
Yeah, you could easily do that and then just have it filter straight through.
Mm. Alright, thank you for the lurk, Lady Meow. I appreciate it. I do hope you enjoyed our little view into the future of agricultural technologies. Yeah, the old diamond hoe isn't quite dead yet, but who knows what the future will bring.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ.
I could hear your cat purring. I wondered what was going on.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Badger's cat just squawking away.
Yeah. Well. Whoa. Well, he's working the anvil.
Anything queued up? We got some. Start chucking some bamboo in furnaces. Got some stone still cooking apparently. The Enderman deposited a block of gravel up here.
Interesting.
A gift, maybe?
Yeah. Is it near the stone table? Is it perhaps wondering what we'll make of it?
It's with the furnaces.
Hmm. Can we furnace gravel?
I don't think so.
At least not with our current tech.
Exactly.
Suppose
Try and see.
suppose with the more advanced nether explorations, they maybe know a few things more than we do about furnace technology.
That would make sense. They must know all kinds of things that we don't. Now let's see if we can send it back the other way.
So if it makes it one way, it should make it the other. With going back
Yes.
being A, not loaded, and B, downhill.
Also, I just realised something. We don't need the hump to stop it automatically. We want it to ride up there and start, don't we? So, but this is on the return leg. Theoretically, we could just drop that like so.
Are we removing conventional safety features because they're not strictly necessary for this project?
Exactly. Don't need to interfere with business efficiency.
Think of the savings.
Exactly. It's the only thing to think of, really.
I never think of anything but.
There's never any negative repercussions from not focusing on safety in the pursuit of profit. It is very slow. There is a quicker way of doing it, but then you end up doing something even more convoluted.
Yeah.
A wagon with a hopper faster than a hopper on its own. But then you've got like a track above the. It's just,
So like if
I
we
don't know
put,
how you'd get it to sit above. So
so if we put a cart above the hopper with a chest in the cart, it would drain faster than from an actual just a chest on its own.
it's the instead of using the hopper, you would use a wagon with a hopper built in. How you'd get it,
Oh, I
what
see.
you'd support the rails on, I don't know.
Hmm.
Or whether it can go through the block the rails are stood on. In which case, where the hopper is now, you'd have a block.
Yeah.
And then where the chest is now, you'd have the wagon with the hopper built in. And then you'd have the chests above that.
Hmm.
Just admittedly, I now want to try, but still. No, not powered. That was powered. Go on.
Hmm.
Oh, that's blinding.
Pardon?
Blinding when you come in here.
I mean, it's not properly illuminated yet, but yeah, it's gotta be a sterile environment.
Of course, for all the experiments.
Yes.
Chase the wagon, see if it makes it. It's on the uphill slope, but I meet it coming back down again like I did last time.
You back out there.
Oh, it landed exactly where it was supposed to, more or less.
Nice. Is it fully loaded though?
Yes.
Ah. So success then.
Yes. Complete success this time. Huzzah. Oh, there's an Enderman in the field. Gone. Gone. There's something in the field. But it teleported away.
I don't suppose you can, but now I'm kind of wondering if you can use name tags on armor stats. So this is going to be the main lab. There's going to be workshops at the back, and there's going to be the greenhouse attached just here. Is the plan?
Nice. The only failure Megavan, then, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a good day, and thanks for dropping by. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You can hear you walking on wool, though.
Yeah. The only failure?
Yeah, it just followed me.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't catch the name then. I thought you were saying
only
the.
failure.
I thought you were saying the only failure in this. Like, what? What have you
No,
found?
no.
How dare you come into my establishment?
No, the only failure is someone's name.
And they've come to the right place.
True. Work. Can't believe it does actually. Nice. It's such a oppressive building though, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm not finished. There's so much stuff to do. That's what I need to do. Put a roof on it. Finish this bit of wall in. I need to do it. Not too bad. Put that floor in, so that's good. That should be enough.
Yeah. I feel like it should be sooty red bricks for me to feel the full impression, but I imagine that's regional.
Yeah. Like in some places they used stone for factories. Certainly in the earlier days of building factories. Then the more industry took off, the cheaper you can make bricks. So
Yeah.
bricks get used more and more. They start getting a lot of companies having their own brickworks.
Yeah. Getting late out.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ.
Sleep on this wool roof.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Cozy.
Yeah.
Is that offloaded yet? No. It's okay. Did I finish all that? Yes, I did. Finished all the way down. Let's check in case I've just randomly left part of the wall made of earth. But it might need checking outside, of course. And a roof. Yes.
Yes.
Don't matter. That wasn't very efficient of me.
Well, then I suggest you improve.
Gotta be efficient. Efficiency is what matters.
Mm.
Quest for sweet efficiency. Does the roof run? It does that. Run straight from the edge. Yeah. Also, I didn't really appreciate just how much it kind of swallows the edge of your house.
Yeah. It was right up to it.
Yeah. You know what the industry's like.
Yeah. Blocking up all the windows, I see. Used to have a nice view out my bedroom window. You've built that, like, literally in front of where I sleep.
That wasn't the aim.
And now all I can see is out the window is just a wall 2 feet away.
It really is, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That's so impressive.
City life, eh?
Oh, yeah, that was not the plan. So you used to look at, well, I suppose over the lake.
Yeah. Yeah. The lake.
Land value, as you see.
The lake and just a little bit of the map house.
But now, you know, you get to see this palace of industry instead.
Yeah. Yeah. What a step
So if
up.
you change your bedroom, then you can still see the lake.
I mean, somebody's got to sleep in there, though.
True. I mean, that is true. But surely the important thing is to be selfish and make sure, just make sure it's not you.
Yeah.
Well, sucks for you, I guess. That might be too close, I'm not sure. If I left that roof again.
Perhaps we should build some skyscraper apartments so that people can see further over the industries and stuff. Of course, these skyscrapers will, block all of the vision from existing buildings, but they'll just encourage people to move in.
Well, true. You can't let progress be slowed by petty considerations. Please stop destroying our environment. Please, I live here.
Yeah. Should have thought of that earlier, really. I'd say that's our failing.
Exactly. It's real dark in here. Probably do something about that. Before, something terrible happens. Perfectly safe, as I always say. Not sure why it looks so dark and oppressive in this factory. Because there's no windows.
I mean, there's windows high up.
True.
Luxurious, really.
Yeah, I believe they're called clerestory windows. Which comes from the Old English, well, Middle English probably. That basically means clear story. Yeah, so the high up windows are that kind of story that's clear to the air,
They're so cleverly positioned to stop workers from gawping outside.
Exactly. Which you really don't want. Should now just work. But I better make sure. Yeah. Nope. Why did it stop? Why did it stop? What opposition did it meet that caused it to come back there? Oh, was that it? To do it this way around. Ah, no, I've ruined the whole thing.
Oh. You okay over there?
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Where did it go wrong? And where has it gone? For later.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, the roof. Not sure what material I want to make it out of.
Not soil, surely.
Yeah, so that'd be less than ideal.
Soil. A lot of people do when they first play Minecraft build like a hut out of soil, don't they?
Yeah.
I've always preferred to dig a cave. To each their own. Oh, that's an idea we could have in here. What if we had, if we could locate it right, column of water going from the factory right down to the cellar.
Oh.
So you could just ascend and descend at will.
Just be able to rise up to between the floors like some sort of elevator.
Yes,
Would,
exactly. You could elevate oneself.
would, would lift you, so to speak.
Indeed. I love how obvious words like that
Yeah.
lift you to lift. No, no. Buster, back you come. So why didn't that work? Why did it fall back? It must have fallen back on the slope, surely. Problem with the slope, and if so, why? Does it need more power?
I mean,
I need to observe.
surely it wouldn't hurt to have more power.
Surely not. Ah, his thing comes back.
Ah. Not coming to a complete stop. Is it? And I'm just speculating here based on other railways that I've seen. Is it because there isn't a red thing at the end? You know, the red safety thing.
Buffer.
The buffer.
Maybe.
What?
But what it seems to be doing is, as it's run over the detector rail is detecting it and activating the powered rail, so as soon as it comes, it's immediately boosting it back. Makes me wonder if I used the wrong type here. Sure, this is the same as I use anywhere else. So if I just use the wrong type, that would explain all that. No, that's the same type as I use anywhere else. So why is it doing that instead of just turning it on? See, I can't just like not use it, because that's what the buttons are for and everything. Unless, if I don't use it, can you still, if it's not there, can you still activate it with the press of a button? And will it still have that same braking force? So obviously we want it. Hey, don't activate it without a button. Unless I move the button somewhere else. Yeah, see, that's what the rail's for. It turns the button into the button to control it. That's not working either. Hold on. What's happening right now? No, that's not powering, is it?
Power
Button's in the
source
wrong place.
disconnected.
Where the button's simply in the wrong place. That could be the source of all these problems. I put it there. No, that's not it. Put it over here.
It's getting dark, by the way.
That works, but I don't know if a wagon would be able to fit on there with the button right there. I can move it higher, but I can put it there. No, I can't actually.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ. Neuralon says ZZZ.
That's the issue.
I had some power supply trouble earlier.
Yeah?
Moving my computer, I found it wouldn't turn on.
Oh?
Yeah, I was quite concerned about it, but it turns out that it was just switched off.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. There's what it is there's a switch on the back. That's like actually on the power supply where it plugs into the case.
Ah,
That switches on and off, and I clicked that during transit, presumably. So I was furiously pressing the button at the front, and nothing was happening. You can't turn the computer on if the power supply is switched off.
true.
Yeah, had me worried for a little while there.
Yeah, I imagine it would. Gotta be on this open face. That's what I need, I suppose. What if I
I was even
bring
doing.
that forward?
I forget that switch is even there. I was doing stuff like I took my power cable downstairs to try it on the other computer. It's like I must have damaged the cable when I was moving things around. That'll be, I'll have to order a new one. It's going to be inconvenient, but that's fine. And I try it down there and it works fine. I'm like, oh crap. Fortunately, as I'm taking the computer, as I'm taking it out of the from under the desk to pry open the side and inspect the power source directly, see if it's damaged or if cables have torn loose or something. I noticed there's a switch on it. I'm like, yeah, that's a thing that exists. Right.
Oh yeah, the switch.
Yeah.
Should work this time.
Doing a bit of a good golf. Stuck at the door to Moria for however long, trying to figure it out, and eventually leaps to his feet. The handle!
Oh, the Lord of the Rings is brilliant. Everyone's just so awful. I mean, you always crack me up when they have the equivalent of the Palantir. And one of them decides to have Pepsi.
Yeah.
Decides to have a look at it. And it says, it doesn't matter, he was suddenly confronted by this horrifying figure. Jowls quivering with malevolence and rage. I told you not to use that, cried Good Gold. No, it's not working, it's come straight back. It wasn't the problem that I thought it was.
The problem with the Switch was unrelated.
Yeah, there was a problem with the Switch, but that wasn't what was causing this problem. How essentially what we got to work out is how is this different to everywhere else?
I'm telling you, it doesn't have a red thing.
But the other end of the agricultural railway don't have a red thing either.
Well, then there's twice as many problems.
Mind you, but that one's also up a slope, isn't it?
Do you think it's coming at this too fast?
Maybe. So it's just immediately triggering it and setting it off again. Unless...
Oh?
Probably not it, because it was like that before I changed it to try and fix it. So it's not that thing that I was just like, haha! Get a chance. I mean, I'll have to finish soon because I've got to be up to work in the morning. Daft o'clock, if you're around. If you don't mind going, if you don't mind, going into factories and setting the cart coming back so I can observe it directly as it arrives.
Sure.
Thank you.
Whoop!
Hello.
Hi. Hey. Yeah, I'm just...
You know, you can just like go across to the factory now. You don't have to through the floor.
This is the fastest way.
True. Wouldn't have
Yeah.
built the line there if it wasn't.
You never watched a nature documentary? Yeah. Railways always follow the easiest course.
Bought off GOG the other day, Railroad Tycoon 3, which I've still got on the disc, but my computer doesn't have a disc drive.
On its way.
Thank you. I had it as a kid. It came out in 2002 or something crazy. I quite liked it.
Hmm.
Yes, that's what's happening. It's hitting this rail and it's activating the powered rail. So instead of the powered rail acting as a brake, which they do if they're unpowered, it's acting as a launch pad and launching it backwards. The question is, why is it acting like a launch pad and not a brake? Whereas at the other end, it acts like a brake, and every other station, it acts like a brake. Does it come back to you? Would you mind setting it going once more?
Yeah. I had Railroad Tycoon Conquer 3 Continents, which I think was a standalone expansion to one of the existing railroad games.
That's what's happening. So I need to work out how to fix that. But at least now we know what's happening. So I remember having Railroad Tycoon 2, but not Railroad Tycoon. And then I got Railroad Tycoon 3, which just changed some minor things.
Yeah.
Didn't change a lot. But it's quite fun. I got it for £1.80, I think it was. £1.86.
Okay.
See, it just comes up there and just neatly stops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Could I ask the opposite favour? No, actually, it's okay, don't matter. You don't need to set it going because it'll come back. That's the problem. Yeah, I was playing that, and I didn't meet the scenario objectives because you have scenario like historically based scenarios where you have to achieve certain goals and whatever. The one I was playing was build a transcontinental railway in North America. But I had some competitors who were doing way better than I was. Right, let's observe. See, that activates, and then this comes to a neat stop, as it does everywhere else on the network.
Yeah.
Over there, it activates and launches it back, instead of bringing it to a stop. Why? Why does it do this?
I am speculating wildly here, but I'm looking at the differences between the two. In this one and all the other ones I can think of, at the end it collides with stone, whereas over there it collides with dirt. Is the dirt not stopping it properly?
Oh, that's interesting. This is an experiment we can do. Could it? Was it that perhaps that the wall or stone was the stone is hard enough, and everywhere else the wall is absorbent enough?
Yeah. Whereas here the bounce stuff with the dirt or what have you. You know, if it does turn out that the reason it doesn't work is because you haven't got a red buffer thing at the end, I am going to be insufferable. Just so you know. Should probably have stayed up there to set it going, shouldn't I? Let me head back. Let me know when it needs to go.
Blue. Thank you. Alright, we're all clear.
Right, here she goes.
Yep.
Really, for time efficiency, I should have just set her going while you were working on it, and then we could have, to be arriving just about now. Just
exactly that. Just as I stepped off the track. No, it didn't work. Worth a shot, though.
No such luck.
Now, we're going to have to obviously just Victorian engineer this somehow.
Tinker
and what
with
that
it
may
until it
involve.
works.
Yeah.
Hey, Pom Pom. Looks like calendar. Yeah, that's right. It's Minecraft Monday. Welcome to Chasm.
Unless.
Welcome to Chasm B, where Monday never ends.
Could it be the hopper? Could it Right, you're still there.
Yeah. You want to take the hopper out, and I'll send it over.
Yeah, please. But yeah, I mean, we were doing the Victorian thing. You would have sent it over while I was there, and the assumption that I would have gotten out of the way in time.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would you? Up!
You
So
kinda jumped off there.
yeah, I had been standing on the railing so I could see better what was going on over there, but I kind of overshot this time.
No, that didn't work.
This is an odd one. How's my Monday going so far? It's been a pretty good day. I mean, any day with Minecraft is a good day. Watching Noellen's inventions fail, which is always delightful.
I mean, mostly succeed.
Yeah. Got a problem to solve, though.
So then we're gonna have to muse on.
It's stone underneath the track, right? I don't see
gravel.
why that. Okay, I don't see why that would make a difference. But I'm just looking at what's different.
Yeah. I mean, obviously in that one over there, it comes up on like a double incline. Like
Yeah.
both last two sections are inclined. So I just have to do that.
Yeah. How are you?
Section of track and put a double incline. Sorry.
Yeah. How are you doing today, Pom Pom? Yeah, that maybe that's it because all the other one, well,
I mean, they're all single inclines.
yeah, with a bit after it, but they stop on a single incline.
Yeah. Now, obviously, in normal operation, you hit the powered rail first, which is unpowered and therefore acts as a brake.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you press the button, it activates the rail, and as you're moving over from a powered rail, that activates the others and sends you going rather than having them act as a brake. So in that case, you'd say, well, that's different. But on the other end of this track, it works in exactly the same way, and it's acting as a
Yeah.
brake. Whereas this one's acting as a powered thing. So I think I'm just gonna have to try and make it a double incline.
Yeah, see if that fixes it.
Yeah.
It's getting late, by the way. Should probably call it a night before we get attacked by zombies.
True. Like this.
Oh.
Because it's late IRL as well.
Yeah. But I don't know what you're talking about. It's still, according to my clock, it's still 25 past 9, and I'm sure it's purely a coincidence that it was precisely 25 past 9 when my cat jumped up on the new drawers and started smacking the clock around.
It's like 09:47 in the East Coast Fallout games. Fallout
Yeah.
3 and Fallout 4. I really love that detail, by the way, that all the clocks are stopped at the exact same time. 09:47.
Well, the clocks are stopped at 25 past 9, the precise time that cats around the world decided they'd had enough of that ticking.
But that'll have to be it from me today, and we'll have to, as I say, Victorian engineer it, and that we'll eventually come up with a solution that we don't understand,
Yeah.
but that it works. So we'll just be like, yeah, that's how this thing works.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid you've come in right at the end, Pom Pom. Hope you've been having a good day. It's good to hear from you. This is what I've been
Thank you very much. Sorry.
saying. This is what I've been working on today. This is it'll look better when it's lit, but this is going to be like a laboratory. I want to do some experiments with redstone and stuff, and I wanted a building, as well as somewhere to set up the nether things that we found.
An institute of science.
Yes.
Get the lab coats. Let's go.
Heck yeah. You need to make me a new skin with a lab coat.
I was just thinking about doing that actually. I could probably do that. If I had the time.
Yeah, I've had the difficulty.
Yeah, did you know that Burgess Meredith, who played the Joker, the Penguin, in the classic Batman series, is the finally I've got all the time in the world to read my books guy from the Twilight Zone?
I did not.
Yeah, that's him. Also,
That's
the
cool.
soldier who presents A Welcome to Britain from 1943. Informational film for GIs. Available free on the British Film Institute.
Well, I did know that one, of course.
Of course, indeed. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the follow. And thank you, Loomis, as always.
Yeah, thank you for joining me.
No problem. I should be back on Friday at 1900, 2000 GMT. Like, hopefully 1900. I shouldn't be at work on Friday unless something should occur that forces me to do so. But that also revolves around me keeping time. That
Always
does not go
difficult.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, should be 1900, maybe slightly later. GMT,
Yeah.
Friday, for League, something else.
Yeah.
Say League 'cause it's
Yeah.
usually League, but it might not be. Could be
Team
something
stream.
else. Team stream.
Well, I was going to say it could be PlanetSide, but I think Badger is still on his borrowed laptop, which can't run a lot of games, so I think it probably will be
Yeah.
League this Friday.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Is that because his computer's a literal shell?
Yes. It's a shell of what it used to be.
Indeed.
Yes, my tentative plan is to start at 1700 on Friday with some Hollow Knight before moving on to the team stream in the evening. It's part of
Hog.
getting back to normal streams.
Hog
Yeah.
champion.
I've moved my desks around and got my computer set up again. I think it's
Nice.
time to get back to it.
Great stuff. I'm sure we're all looking forward to that.
Thank you. So yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to see you all next time. Until then.
Mario.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
I am literally in the process of moving my mouse to the ending scene, Burning. But hey, how are you doing? Yeah, hope you had a good stream. You were playing Pokemon tonight, right? Was that it? Special events. Oh, you watched the Nintendo Direct, I assume? Ah, yeah, doing well. Just watched the Direct. Any good? Does Smash have Lydia from Skyrim yet? Because I'm not buying it until they put Lydia from Skyrim in. That's pretty firm from me. You know, they got to put a character I care about. So far, nothing. Started with Pokemon. Ah, cool. I think you're doing the Fire Red Nuzlocke? Because I'm not buying it then. Well, Nintendo, you've lost another sale. For spoilers for the Direct? Yeah, sure. I don't own any Nintendo. Actually, I've got a DS. I've got a 3DS. But I otherwise don't own any Nintendo consoles, so it's not going to be stuff that's relevant to me. Splatoon 3? Okay. Anything else exciting? Pyra was announced for Smash. I don't know who Pyra is. From Xenoblade 2? Or they announced Xenoblade 2? I haven't played any of the Xeno games. Dodgeball team. Oh, okay. A battle royale. It's good to see that Nintendo's doing something fresh. Okay. Yeah, not super relevant stuff for me, but I'm sure the Nintendo fans enjoy it. But yeah, it is time for me to be calling it tonight. I appreciate the raid though, Burning. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed your stream. No More Heroes 3. Okay. Again, not a series I've played, but one I've heard of. Yeah, good night, Pom Pom. Good night, Burning. Thanks for being here, everybody. Until next time.